Welcome back to SBR Forum Videos. Can the Dallas Cowboys rebound after losing the league's leading rusher last season in DeMarco Murray at his 1,800-plus yards to the Philadelphia Eagles? It's going to be a very tough hill to climb here for this team. They look like they're going with a running back by committee, but don't be surprised if this team picks up another veteran running back sometime throughout training camp, especially if they're not seeing what they want to see from their three running backs they look to be bringing to camp right now. We'll start it off the guy that seems to be the most likely to get the most carries, and that's Joseph Randle, who probably could see 10 to 15 carries a game here coming up for the Dallas Cowboys this season. He averaged 6.7 yards per carry last season in minimal work and 51 attempts as he spelled DeMarco Murray. He also had 3 touchdowns, but in those 51 attempts, he also fumbled the ball twice. So not exactly a bell cow back that I think the Cowboys will look to just throw into DeMarco Murray's role of carrying the ball 390 times like he did last season, but Randle should at least be probably the lead back in this case. Another guy they picked up this offseason, which was a bit of a questionable move, Darren McFadden, who even though last season he did play all 16 games for the first time in his career, he's already nursing a hamstring injury, and he didn't do much with those 16 games here for the Oakland Raiders last season. Only 155 attempts at 3.4 yards per carry, and he's already hurt, and he's already had a history of big injuries. I doubt Darren McFadden is the answer here for the Cowboys at running back. And finally, Lance Dunbar is a guy that has had minimal work for this Dallas Cowboys team over the last 3 years. In fact, in his 3-year career, he's only attempted rushing 80 times. So not exactly a known commodity here for the Dallas Cowboys. Lance Dunbar could also be a big question mark here, but I think that they need another veteran running back to come in here and help them with this committee in Dallas, and I would suspect that they might go after somebody. Like I said, if things don't look like they're working out with the guys on draft, the guys they have right now in camp. Some of those guys include Steven Jackson, who's obviously past his prime, but could easily be a goal line back for this team, a good pass protection back as well, even though he's upwards age 31, 32, I think. He also tweeted to the Dallas Cowboys earlier, so possibly putting in his pitch to potentially sign there in Dallas after the loss of DeMarco Murray. Chris Johnson has also reportedly been in contact with the Dallas Cowboys. He'd given them a nice speed element, despite the fact that he's probably lost a step or two in his day. He could also, I think, be probably pretty good for this team if they ended up going that way. And another guy, Ray Rice, who is reportedly the Cowboys have no interest in, he also, I think, could be a pretty good help for this team. Of course, they already have a history of bringing in troubled guys with troubled past, and they brought in Greg Hardy, so what's bringing in Ray Rice also for this team? So a lot of options for the Dallas Cowboys, but it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to pick one of these guys up or run with the 3 guys that they have. I personally think they're going to need to get one more guy, though, on this roster, because I don't think the 3 guys that they have is going to cut it in this NFC East battle this season. That'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out a couple of our other NFL videos coming out later this week. But for SBR Forum Videos, I'm Jordan Sharp.